KC. Mr. Chip.
Okay.
We do.
When do we expect that new house on the runway, the two-story, to be occupied? You
I
don't
don't
know.
know, Robert's on here right now. Yeah.
I love that back porch you got there.
Maybe there's something on their side. Oh, it's probably your internet, Kenny.
So it's loading.
Yeah. As long as you can hear me, that's fine. Bo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Robert, can you hear us? Okay. Ada, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the meeting. We've got Casey Chitwood here, Deputy Constable for Precinct 4. He's going to be counting the ballots. As far as I know, they're all uncontested, so the sitting board will most likely be re-elected to sit this next year. So I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting. I'd like to make a motion to start the meeting at this time.
I'll second it.
Mitch is going to second it. You can't see everybody, so when they second it, I'll mention their name. So the agenda items basically is going to be the election. We've got some runway issues. There's not a lot of old business to talk about. Minutes from last meeting were pretty much the election items and the watering of the runway and the runway committee, which we only have one person here present from the runway committee. Oh, two. So no one else is here. They've been doing a good job of watering the runway and so on and so forth. Let's see. Financial report. I have the financial report, but it's been emailed to everyone. We currently have a little over $43,000 in our account, which is pretty good. How many do we have that haven't paid? Do you know, Cindy?
Everybody's current through third quarter except, there's one that hasn't paid anything and one other person that hasn't paid third quarter.
Okay, so we're up to date with the exception of 2 people. So I think that's pretty good, and we'll send something to them so they can get paid up. Let's see. Architectural, as y'all can see, we've got a lot of houses going up. Robert, when do y'all foresee y'all moving in? 3 weeks? Outstanding.
Great.
Everything looks good. Did you get the culvert situation handled on the backside of your? Okay. All right. Outstanding. Good job. Common area maintenance. Lynn's had to pick up some of the slack. Some of us have had to pick up the slack on the common area maintenance because school has started back. So our employee is going to school during the day, which leaves him the weekends to do that. And whenever they cancel school, they have to do schoolwork by the internet. So they have to be on the internet all day long. So he's only out here on the weekends. Watering the runway. Mr. Rasco, Mike Rawls, John Burton, they've been staying on it. I think the runway looks good. We got the taxiway over there on Longhorn Loop. It's pretty much, it's probably the smoothest taxiway that we have out here The only section we did not do was the section where they're doing some construction right now. I think they're starting on Desmond Butt's home and hangar. I didn't want to waste the money and go over there and do that with all that heavy equipment moving around over there. It'd just be a waste of time. Once they complete and get moved in, I'll have the gentleman come back out here and finish that up. But as far as everyone that's flying and utilizing that taxiway at this time, everybody has smooth access. Mo, you good with your access to it?
That's okay. Don't think, nothing, the weeds are over a foot long out there. The other taxiway behind Steve Lynn's house has been mowed. For some reason, they don't mow that one right there where we are, but it is slick.
We'll make sure it gets moved.
Yeah, we'll get it mowed. And I think some of it's because it's so muddy, because a lot of it's still dirt, and we don't want to rut it up. So, but as soon as it dries up, we'll get it mowed. I've been mowing some of it, and I think you've been mowing some of it too, haven't you? When you cut the grass.
No, I don't know about that mowing.
Okay.
We'll get a take
Fire ants. We've got a hefty flow of fire ants this year. I know I put out ant bait this past weekend, and then I treated individual mounds in everyone's yard that I hit or was able to hit during the weekend, but I think this rain pretty much canceled all that out. Have you seen any more in your yard, Mo?
Yeah, we still got them, and I would like to say that that program is not going to be nearly as successful as we have had it in the past. You don't do everything completely, the whole, as much as you're going to do, preferably the whole airport, but I think now you're not doing everything. But it all needs to be done at one time and not spread out over 2 or 3 months for the first application.
It was hit in the spring and
Should be
everything.
all done at once and absolutely much as possible.
I agree.
Right.
And the rain's been a problem with us too.
Yeah. So I know in the spring everything was done in 2 days because I did it, and then I was gonna finish it up on the. I started on Saturday and was gonna finish it up on Sunday, and it started raining. So you know, and I think we've got some of the outer members that aren't part of the HOA. They're doing theirs as well. So. Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, you were loading up your fuselage while I was out there, remember?
Yeah, my yard does have a few ant piles still. I think you're right, the rain's right.
Yeah, I hit yours, Robert, when I hit the Modus. I did that the same day. Once I finished the main runway, I went over there and hit yours and the Modus at the same time. So, not a problem, not a problem. Runway lights. So runway lights, they're a priority, but are they the priority right now?
We just need to maintain the ones we have.
Okay, we'll get the runway committee on maintaining the ones that we have. Mo, I know that you redid a lot of those, the solar switches on those, so I may have,
John Burton has all the birds, I think.
John Burton reach out to you, if that's okay.
Mark's already reached out to me.
Okay,
It's,
Everything I had, I mean, I rigged them on everything, I gave him all the books, the sources for all the parts, you know, and I showed him how to do it, and, I gave him everything that I had. And, I don't
Get
know
that.
if he's done anything, but, I'm gonna get out there and look.
it'd be a fall project.
John has everything.
okay. All right. Do y'all have anything that y'all like to discuss? Any new business? Board? Mitch?
Nope, I think we've got it all on the agenda.
Okay.
I have one thing I want to say, that you're not here, mine, Joanne and I went down to the, flower garden, and it's in a really bad shape. Now, I know you say you're behind the curve on get the maintenance done, but that flower bed looks like it had been touched, by years.
Killed all the grass in.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right. So we're going to, I'm probably gonna look at hiring somebody to come in and, trim all those shrubs back, go in and weed it, remulch it, the whole 9 yards to get it back looking the way it needs to get. Cause those, there's a bunch of yopon in there that needs to be pulled out as well. So,
Levi's gonna be washing fences here soon as well.
yeah, Levi's gonna be washing all the fences, getting the mildew off of them. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jack, I can't hear.
All right, what you got, Kenny?
The guys that do my yard, they may do mixes too, I don't know, but they work for other people around here. They're really good guys. They might, you all need to direct them to somebody or get their call. They might be able to help you down there on that. Yeah, they'll work with you, cause I mow and I'm grass, but I hire them every so often to do my fire fence. They do good, they work.
Yeah, that's who I was talking to Cindy about, because I see them trim your shrubs around your house and they do a pretty good job. So I figured I'd reach out to you and see if I could get their contact so we could get them on that. So, anybody have anything? We're just waiting for the ballots to be counted. It's pretty much.
About the hanger, or not the hanger,
I ain't
the
like
building.
the one on my Christmas list, so I wanna be able to get in and out of here for winter.
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Is it on there? I said the main thing on my Christmas list is I wanna be able to get in and out of here for winter.
Is that Glenn?
Hope we can get the sand rolling and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was gonna snow or something.
Well, those I won't be able to fly.
Okay.
We got some snow down here on this end anyway already.
Just so it goes on there.
As far as voter
Well, we kind of discussed how much could be spent.
Oh.
we want to make a motion for expenditure or for operational needs, the president can spend up to $2,000 to make a motion like that.
Hey, so this has been a topic of discussion for probably the last 5 years, probably longer than that. Is how much the president and the board would be allowed to spend without having a vote of the entire HOA. I'd like to make a motion to say that the board can approve a $3,000 expenditure without having put it up for vote within the property owners.
And second.
All in favor? All the ayes? Any nays?
Okay, so
Jack, can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I lost all my video and everything, I didn't even know, I lit it off the screen, I don't know what happened, it just dropped off, I wasn't even sure you could hear me. Can you tell us, I'm with you on the $3,000, is there gonna be any change that's gonna cost a lot of money on the watering of the runway with all the new water cannons or anything, what's the deal on that?
So Ted purchased those water cannons out of his pocket. So there's really no cost to the HOA on that. We're looking to see how they're going to facilitate on the runway, what that expenditure is going to be. We're not going to do anything until I get something in writing that shows how it's actually going to work, what the flow rate's going to be, and just about how much money it's going to cost. I think myself and I'm speaking for the other board members, but they're here. We're not 100% sold on those water cannons right now. Right now, we're doing well with the reel, and it's cost effective for what we're doing. I think if we're going to have to spend a whole lot of money, then we need to go with some type of automated system that is going to be easier for us if we're going to have to put up a bunch of money. Do y'all agree?
Now, I agree with that. I think what we've got there is, it works, it takes a lot of manpower to do it, but it does work good. And, if somebody has a better idea, it's cost effective, well, I'm all for that, even when you use those water cannons. I just know it's gonna take a lot of plumbing work, to get that online and
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Involved in that, like everybody else was.
Right, and we need to realize, we need to find out if our current system will support it. If it's not gonna support it, then we're gonna have to get bids and get something put together so that we know what's gonna support it and how much money it's gonna cost us, which, once we find that out, then it's definitely gonna be more than $3,000, I can promise you that. It'll have to be put up for approval before the property owners out here. So, and then you gotta look at the issue too with water cannons. Where are we gonna store them? The idea was to keep them out on the runway. I don't think it's a very good idea to keep an object like that on the runway. If you move them off the runway, now they're on people's personal property. Some people may not want a cannon sitting on their private property.
There's also resale. If a person sells the property, the next person may not want it.
Right, and as Mitch said, resale, if someone was to sell their property, the other person that purchased it may not want a water cannon sitting on there. So, I mean, there's some things that we need to work through.
Okay, but so far, we don't, our HOA doesn't have any money involved in it right now.
No, we do not. So, yes, sir.
That $3,000 thing, when you start selling the runway and rolling and stuff, I just wanna make sure we don't have red tape on stuff up.
No, that's
Is that gonna get?
no, that's all part. That's going to fall all under the maintenance, operational maintenance cost. So that's already considered into the budget. That's not nothing that has to be put up for a vote. We're talking about emergency expenditures, things that aren't maintenance, mower maintenance, things of that nature. Here's something else that we need to consider. The mower that we have right now, it's probably about on its last two legs. We have an opportunity to purchase another mower that's just like that mower for a little bit less than what we purchased that mower for, and that's something that I'm going to put in an email and put it out to everybody because it's going to cost us about $20,000, and which we'll probably finance it like we did the past mower, and I think it'd be a good idea to have that mower on standby.
What's happening to it?
It's in the shop, getting the rear transaxle rebuilt, had a pinion gear and a seal go out in it. About a $1,500 repair. Engine time on that mower's approaching 3,000 hours. So it's still working and it works fine, and it's just going to be more and more maintenance. It would be, if they choose to keep two mowers, it would be a good backup, or if you had two people mowing, it would certainly make it go faster, but that's kind of what's going on with it right now. It's been a good mower. It's been mowing about 20 acres a week, so pretty good workhorse when you think about how much work it actually does.
I have a question.
All right, I have an answer.
How's buying a mower, like, I don't know how many hours it had, but how's that compared to buying a new one?
New ones will run you.
New one's going to run you about $60,000 or $70,000. Could you hear me?
I was just wondering if it's more cost effective, I don't know. I could use financing it, I don't know. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy a new one.
We just have to look at it, but you're looking at you're looking at about $60,000 or $70,000, and the mower that we have access to right now is going to cost us about $20,000, and it's pretty much a brand new mower. So it's just something we're gonna have to decide as a property owner association.
I like cost money, no, it's all good.
It does. Lost my agenda plan. Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, Jack, on reference to mower again, we got a lot of money tied into that thing. And, why do we not have a building storage? We've been trying for 3 years to get a building and it still hasn't even got storage. What's the story on that?
So here's the story on that. Number one, we cannot get materials to build a building because you cannot get treated wood now. Number two, you can't get subs to build a building because all the subs are either in Louisiana, Mississippi, or in Alaska and the other parts of the state that have had significant damage because of hurricanes and tropical storms, and now we've got a fire that has pretty much wiped out California.
Are these coming?
I'm dealing with builders right now that they have contracts on houses and they can't get lumber packages. So, we're kind of at the mercy. When COVID hit, all these plants started laying people off because they wasn't getting the work to support to pay them, and now they're getting government money, so they don't want to come back to work. So we've got COVID. COVID seems to be a problem. We have all the natural disasters that have seemed to be a problem, and right now we're in a political battle. I talked to Jerry.
Building houses out there now?
Huh?
Isn't Rusty Wood still building houses out there?
He is, but most of those lumber packages were pre-ordered. A lumber package would normally cost you $16,000, is now $35,000.
Well, I mean, I just think with that, I understand all of that,
It's a priority.
yes, but
Hey, it's a priority, Mo.
it is a priority.
Yes, it is the priority.
All right, somebody's working on it, but we got a lot of money tied up in that machine, and it just, I don't know where you keep it.
It's covered all the time.
Lynn keeps it in his hangar. Yeah, it stays covered. Yeah. So that's the issue with materials and stuff like that. Anybody got any other questions? Yeah, you're there. I see you.
What about the tower back here? Tell us about that. Is that a new tower?
I sent out an email, I guess, about my last email. That is the new tower for the new internet service that's here, the Airlink system. They've got the matter of fact, I had to have a heart-to-heart with that guy because he told me he'd have it done in 30 days, and we're working on 90 days. And he said that he'd had some employee issues. I was like, well, that's great. I said, everybody's having employee issues right now. I said, I told these people that we'd have a different type of internet here within 30 to 60 days, and here we are on 90 days. So we're looking at the next 30 days, we should be operational on it. If you want to keep Razor, you can keep Razor, but I'm probably going to go to Airlink because I have to hotspot to my phone because the Razor just doesn't do what I need it to do. So, but that's what it is, Joanne. What's that, Kenny?
That was maybe, I said, I've only been using the hotspot for quite a while. I'm gonna use the new thing when we get going.
Right, and supposedly there's different packages depending on how many megabytes you need and what you're going to be doing. Unlike Razor, you get what you got. That's pretty much it. So, and I don't foresee us getting any type of AT&T or Verizon, wireless or the services they provide out here anytime soon. So, but
What is the expected date on trying to get the sand and the runway rolling?
we don't have an expected date, Kenny. We were going to try to get it done before we got all this rain coming in. We'll just have to see how the weather works and just let them know they're ready on standby. As soon as we can get it to dry up. I think if we go a week and a half without rain, we should be able to get them in here to sand the runway. So, what would be nice is if we could get those the trucks like they use down in Anahuac that have the flotation tires to bring the sand out here to sand the runway. So, right, Right, exactly. So, but unfortunately, I don't think anybody around here has anything like that.
What's the possibility of us looking at, purchasing a roller?
Roll, what do you got in mind?
We've got one. Lynn has one. And then we have a smaller roller that John has.
Yeah, they get down to see you, that would be good.
So we're good on in the roller area.
He was, he caught me right in the middle of the HOA.
I don't have anything else. Do y'all have anything else? Or we're just waiting on the ballots. Ada, you got anything? Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, so, I apologize, I was having, communication difficulties, getting on, do we have a quorum for a vote?
Yeah, we do.
Have we talked about any of the airfield committee operations, airfield operations committee business?
Yeah, we have. We'll send you the video. We're recording this. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I've lost you.
Can you hear me?
No,
It's gonna be I think it's gonna be your connection. Can everybody else hear me? Yeah. Anybody else got anything? That's pretty much it. Mo, you got anything? Anything else we need to talk about?
well, no, I appreciate all the work that everybody does behind the scenes on their, you know, the more it's a matter that people that are watering it, I appreciate that, even though I don't use it. It is a pain to get out there and move it around several, at least a couple times a day, so I appreciate that.
Because we only got about 10 minutes before this, because we're limited to 40 minutes on this Zoom deal. So we've got 10 minutes left, and we've got our ballots. Would you like to read? No. So, Jack Dean for president, 37 votes. Mitch Inman for vice president, 37 votes. Pat Rasco for secretary, 37 votes. Cindy Nelson for treasurer, 37 votes. Rusty Wood, Lynn Nelson, and Jack Bailey as directors, 37 votes. I'd like to make a motion to
Accept the ballot.
accept the ballot.
I'll make a motion to accept the ballot.
Second.
I'll Anybody have anything else? Which, Jack? Oh. So, I'd like to make a motion to, put this unapproved property contract, before a vote for the HOA members, everyone. I'll email this out to you. As we all know, Jack is trying to purchase that extra acre over there where the water tank is. He has, presented me with a property contract, which I'll put up before the HOA, and we can vote on whether or not we accept his contract.
Okay, how much does he want to give for it?
I'll send it out. I'll send it out to everyone.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah.
One other thing that I forgot about, Joe, I just reminded me of it. You were gonna talk in this meeting on Vaughn about, lot number 12. Maybe you're gonna do that, on
No.
the side or?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put someone's business out before an HOA meeting and everyone else. I'll send them an email. There's another individual that I need to send an email as well in regards to the same situation.
Okay,
So-
now this affects me also.
I know. I won't CC you.
The only reason I'm asking for it is because it affects Joanne and me greatly.
I understand that, but that's between me and another HOA member. I'll let you know what the outcome is, but I won't CC you on the email. So it, you know, right? You know, it'd be like if I had something with you, Mo, I wouldn't let everybody else know. You know what I'm dealing with Morris Postlethwaite about. You know, yeah. So, but yeah, I know what you're talking about, sir.
If there's any questions about that, they can refer to the covenants.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, something else I'd like to bring up too. So we may have to do. I need to get with Ted. We need to do a rewrite on a section in our protective covenant. Senate Bill 741 was passed in September, which allows any property owner that lives in a county that has less than 300,000 in population to discharge a firearm legally on their property. With that being said, we're going to have to remove the unlawful discharge of a firearm, or not unlawful, but it states we cannot discharge a firearm inside Waverly Acres. We're going to have to change it to we cannot unlawfully discharge a firearm in Waverly Acres. So because the state law overrides any, supersedes any HOA protective covenants. So just some info for you guys so you know. So Mo, if you want to go shooting that pile of dirt in your backyard, couldn't nobody do anything about it. All right. Hey, but you have to make sure that you confine the projectile inside your property line. So make sure nothing passes out.
Okay, I'll talk to him before I shoot.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything else?
I've heard that Ted sold all of his lots except one. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct.
How many does he still have?
I don't know. How many you still have, Ted?
He's counting.
He's counting.
You got 6 votes, don't you?
6.
He has 6.
Okay. Somebody told me that the only thing that he hadn't sold was just one lot, about 150, but that's not true. Well, I can't remember who told me that, but okay, thank you.
All right. If nobody else has anything, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
In favor?
Anyway, everybody. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, y'all know y'all can call me, text me, email me, and I'll have this contract put out probably by the end of the week so you guys can look at it. And I'll let you know about that deal, Mo.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend.